Celebration Sunday! On time on a Sunday. Kind of on time. We said 7, but it's 7:14. Then we said 7:15. We're a minute early. We're a minute early. But what's up, everybody? Thank you guys for joining us on this beautiful Sunday. We got some Disneyland to talk, some Universal Studios Hollywood, and I don't know if there's really anything other than talk about than that. We got Johnny dropping a gift and member. And thank you, Johnny. Fire. Let's go. Today we got Just As Danny in the house. How you doing, Danny?
I'm doing good, Mondo. Thank you. It was a fun May the 4th yesterday. We had a good time.
I can't wait to talk about it. Let's see. We got hold on. My Atlanta, we're starting on time. That's what I said. Danny's Jar Jar hat. Danny, can you give us some details? What is this hat? It's incredible, by the way. I freaking love it. I would wear that any day.
They have this hat. It was on Disney Store because it's the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace. So they re-released it in theaters. They had a whole merch line drop at Star Wars Trading Post, Star Trader for the 25th anniversary. It had a lot of Darth Maul all over it, which people ate up. They loved that. And then they had a bunch of Queen Amidala stuff, which I went today for a little bit, and all the ears were sold out already, like immediately gone. And then the Jar Jar Binks hat, they had like 2 variations of it. I think one was at like a box lunch. The other one was at Disney Store. This was the Disney Store one. It sold out online in like 5 minutes. And then they still got a few left today over at the Trading Post in downtown Disney.
Yeah.
It's $29.99 before discount.
It's really cool that Disney really like dug into the Darth Maul being a presence in the merch. They went all out.
Yeah.
And
I thought for sure you were going to get that Herschel Darth Maul bag for sure.
I haven't had a chance to see any of it. I didn't head to Trading Post. None of this was really sold in Galaxy's Edge. There was like a pop-up shop at Star Trader, right? Or something over there in Tomorrowland. Shout out to Lifestyle Reporter for posting this. She covered it all. Those, dude, merch for days. Disney went hard. I think this is the hardest they've ever gone for May the 4th. All right. What is everybody saying? Definitely picking up some Darth Maul stuff. Yeah, I wanna see it in person. I haven't had a chance to see any of it in person. I love the hat, Danny, from Arlene. Fire. Driving to San Diego on Wednesday. Gonna stop at downtown Disney just for a Jar Jar hat. Hey, you better get it soon though. I have a feeling that Jar Jar hat will not come back. Like it's just a one-time thing.
Yeah, Disney doesn't bless Jar Jar Binks very often.
Never.
But we got a brand new wooden toy in the toy shop over the Toydarian toy shop over there in the marketplace of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So Jar Jar Binks has joined the toys that they have. That was selling really fast. They had a Jar Jar Binks this hat. They had another hat at Box Lunch, and then there was like a Jar Jar beanie. So there was quite a few things, but like they don't do it very often. He's very like ignored as a character with merch. So when I saw it online, I knew I had to get it, and then I saw how quickly it sold out online. So I held my breath to hopefully that Star Wars Trading Post would have it, and they did.
I'm shocked, dude. Yeah, I feel like Jar Jar love is making a resurgence. We love you, Jar Jar Binks. We got Johnny dropping another. Oh, Johnny, thank you. Went to Brandy Bird. Brandy Bird, let's go. Heck yeah. I'm a huge Darth Maul fan, and I'm definitely going to be picking up merch in downtown Disney. Yeah, them dropping it at Star Wars Trading Post, I keep hearing that, like, I'm going to go to downtown Disney. And it's like Star Wars Trading Post is in that area where not a lot of people go, so it was very well strategic planned to drop all that merch there. Make people go that way. Go, go look at our Din Tai Fung. What's up, JB? Got Universal Jamie in the house. All right, let's get to it. Let's get straight to business. We got a lot of people now in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Big shout out to Johnny dropping the memberships. What'd you think of May the 4th, Danny? How was your May the 4th overall? Give us your thoughts, and let's talk about the fireworks.
I felt like it was good. They did way more than I thought they were gonna do. It worked out really well that this year just timed well with the 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace. So the fandom was already just like really fervorous over like having all this new merch for that movie. It's a beloved movie for a lot of people. A lot of you know a lot of people from our generation were kids when that movie came out. So it's like it means a lot to them. So it has a big fan base as well. We had the Stormtrooper bucket, which was a complete success,
Yeah,
and it was
people
kind of
love
cool.
it.
I'm not gonna lie, Mondo, seeing the way that they like displayed them in Galaxy's Edge when they were selling them, it was pretty on theme, and it looked pretty cool. They were just like this rusted tub of like all these destroyed stormtrooper helmets, and it just looked like they like the Ewoks went through, or not the Ewoks, but the Jawas went
Yeah,
through like all this like garbage of just these rejected helmets and like just put it in uh you know a a bin and we're selling it. It was like the coolest looking thing. But that was popular. I don't even know if it completely sold out. It looked like the Queen Amidala ears were sold out.
those
But just like
out.
it just like
Wow.
overall I felt like there was like cool food offerings. They had character meet and greets, they had a new photo opportunity. And then the fireworks aren't new, but I think the cool part about it is watching it with a bunch of Star Wars fans, which really brought to life the show. And I think that's like the cool part about being there on May the 4th is that like the fans that show up in the cosplay and their outfits and everything, that kind of like brought the extra like ambiance that you didn't like. It's kind of what you expected when Disney was leading up to the opening of Galaxy's Edge and like showcasing like what you how busy they expected it to be and like people cosplaying in the land and all that stuff. It's like what it yesterday was like what you expect Star Wars Galaxy's Edge to be all the time.
Yeah, no, it's true. That we all thought it would look like this every day. When Galaxy's Edge was announced and the hype to the land opening, for real, we thought this would be a nightly thing. Just hundreds of people with lightsabers, ready to watch some fireworks and just celebrate Star Wars music. Um, what'd you think of the fireworks, Danny? The fireworks.
Great. I loved watching them in Galaxy's Edge. My favorite part I was telling people last night was hearing John Williams' score for Galaxy's Edge for the first time in the land. That was the coolest thing. John Williams created this amazing score for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and it's never been played in the land because for those of you that've been in the land, there's no ambient music playing in like there is in any other land inside Disneyland. It's just creature sounds and sound effects of spaceships flying over and people talking. Like sometimes you hear music like in the bathrooms or like a radio station playing up above, but they don't play music in Galaxy's Edge. Maybe that'll change one day, but that's how they designed it. So hearing um, like the symphonic suite for Galaxy's Edge just blasting through the speakers in the
Badass.
land was the coolest thing. Coolest thing.
Um, we got Arlene 34 freaking months. Oh my. Arlene, thank you for 34 months. Happy Speculation Sunday, everyone. Loved the live last night. Hope everyone had a great week. Last night was incredible. Being surrounded by Star Wars fans and just in general, hundreds of people all there for one cause, which is the love for Star Wars, was awesome. The energy was great. It, to hear Star Wars music in Galaxy's Edge really makes you feel like the land's alive. Um, me and Danny, we've been there since the day one. So like, to finally see this like full circle of Disney giving fans what they want, and especially like original trilogy music playing in Galaxy's Edge just hit so good. The Darth Vader, we got Duel of Fates all of a sudden getting played. The Symphony 2, the one that Danny's talking about from John Williams that was created specifically for the land. It hit really good. I was shocked how much I enjoyed uh, the music to the fireworks, because at the end of the day, it's just music to fireworks. There's not like projections or like a flying Buzz Lightyear. It's just music and fireworks. But honestly, I like, dare I say it, I really enjoyed it almost more than Pixar Fest fireworks. And Danny was like, "But there's projections and buzz," and I was like, "I don't care, dude. We're getting Darth Vader music, Duel of Fates music. Like, this was just so good. The Star Wars music in Galaxy's Edge makes Galaxy's Edge like feel exactly what I expected when a Star Wars land was announced, and the little kid in me was very happy, just so happy. And one thing that I don't know if you noticed, Danny, but there was a couple guys that were in front of us. They're probably, I'm not trying to call them out or nothing, but I just want to talk about this. They're probably in their 40s, maybe a little older. But when the Star Wars music was playing, they were just playing with their lightsabers and stuff. Like, they just looked like little kids again, and that was like just beautiful. It was fucking awesome. I don't know how else to say it. It was just so awesome. Because for as long as that land has been open, there's been none of that. None of that. Like Danny said, it's weird ass sounds of monsters that you'll never see. And it was just cool to see like the inner child of all these Star Wars people like connect. Because honestly, Star Wars fans, for the most part, we're all older. uh, I know a lot of people are like, but little kids like no. Star Wars fans are all older. This is like a 30, 40-year-old franchise. So it was really cool that Disney gave the fans what they wanted, and that music hit really, really hard. And super, super well done job. Like, I can't praise it enough. And I want to watch it again. I don't care to watch Pixar Fest fireworks next time I go. I want to see the Star Wars fireworks again. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. We got Darnell Wright dropping 10. My daughter and I loved running into you in Mystery Bay at Star Wars after Dark Thursday. Always fun to talk. Let me give a quick story. Do you remember Darnell? Her daughter has the churro the coordinates on, like, tattooed right here.
Yep.
A cast member that was photo pass, like, it was kind of one of those, like, she realized. Wait, can you? Oh my gosh, can you hear me, Daddy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad. I was like, I don't know if I got muted. A cast member that does photo pass found out that the tattoo is the coordinates of the churro stand, and she was standing in front of the churro stand. So the photo pass person wanted to like create like a magical moment and did a whole photo shoot of her daughter and the churro cart. So, and like, it was one of those, like, we would get the like the importance of that moment. But I just want to say that was really cool. I know Danny would get a good kick out of it. You're muted, Danny.
Am I? Oh, sorry, I must have hit it.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But yeah, she had a whole photo shoot with the churro cart. You don't hear that very often. We got I Like TV9 dropping a super chat. Saw the Galaxy's Edge fireworks for the first time. Fire! Yeah, it was just too damn good. It was so freaking good. But thank you for the super chat. I Like TV9, and we also got LuzXO94 dropping a super chat. Any nice-ish Disneyland hotels on a budget? Thank you. Any recommendation? I know Danny got some good one.
They have that Best Western on Catella that's right across from the Simba parking lot. That one supposedly is pretty popular and pretty cheap, like budget wise. And then I would say the Howard Johnson.
Yeah.
Not the cheapest of all the options, but I would say it's on the cheaper end, and it's very nice. And I feel like you feel like you're at a really nice high end hotel, even though it doesn't cost that much.
And you're legitimately a 6-7 minute walk from harbor entrance at Howard Johnson. Honestly, a lot of those harbor hotels are all in like the budget range because Disneyland Hotel has got in that high end of $500 to $1,200 a night. But harbor hotels, they're all honestly good. Best Westerns right there, Tropicana. Uh, what's the one with the rooftop bar? I can't even remember what that one's called.
Off the fifth or off but that one's called the
What is it
Park
called?
Park Gate or Ramada Main Gate or something.
I forgot what it's called. Candy Cane Inn is like a sleeper hit. People freaking love that place. My gosh, that one's on Harbor as well. Uh, these are all great options. You can't go wrong with them. The further you go out, yeah, it gets a little cheaper, but the inconvenience kind of goes higher from the walking to the harbor entrance, or you have to take a bus and all that. But yeah, Howard Johnson, I would put it up there. Anaheim Hotel is always a great option, but you got to remember these are the budget ones. So like, don't think you're gonna walk into some really nice hotel. Madam Mazel Papel dropping a super chat. Thanks for live streaming last night. I love hearing the OG score in Batu. Let Vader into the land. He's always hidden in Launch Bay. I don't know why. Why?
I'll go over there. I'll go to Launch Bay to visit the Disney Vacation Club lounge, and I see Vader there standing for like 30 minutes with no guests coming to see him, and he's just standing there.
All hidden in the cut over there for no reason in Launch Bay. That's the worst meet and greet right now, position wise. Vader needs to have like a grand. Put him at the stage of Tomorrowland. Just put him over there. Let him come up all badass, dun, 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 from the ground up. Vader needs more justice over there. Raul, I stayed at Best Western across the street and definitely not worth $324 I paid. The room is old. That's all I'm saying. But Raul, people stay there for convenience. You're literally a light away from the Disneyland entrance. But yeah, you're not staying there for the nicest room. All those harbor hotels honestly are old, but they're the budget ones. And it's surprising, even at $324. That's budget when you compare to Disneyland. Everything's $500 and above. I'm telling you, it's got really expensive now. Let me see. I'm just reading. Do you still have to have a Disney credit card for Launch Bay?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think they're budging on that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have one, and they let me take pictures with Darth Vader, but I'm also going into the same queue for like the DVC lounge, so maybe they just like they kind of just let you go because you're going into that same area, um, but they they are strict about like checking the Disney Visa card when you enter that line first around the corner. So
And when Vader did that meet and greet originally, they had anybody could meet him, right? And then people with the credit card could meet him faster. Like it was kind of weird.
yeah. I want to bring this up, Mondo. Disney Kid at Heart says, well, Vader's in a different timeline. That's why Luke and Leia aren't there, too. That's correct. It is in a different timeline. But if you've been paying attention lately, Disney brought in Boba Fett. Disney brought in Mandalorian, all in a different time frame that they cannot exist when Rey and Vi Marati and all those characters are walking around Galaxy's Edge. So the way that Disney does it is they don't have Rey, Chewbacca, and all those other characters out with Boba and Mandalorian, and when they're out, it's like they're like Rey. They just don't exist. And then later on, they'll have Rey and all the other characters out. So Disney's already broken the timeline earlier last year. So we're beyond that now. At this point, Mondo's saying the timeline's broken. Just bring all the characters people love.
Yeah, get Darth Vader back in Galaxy's Edge. Who cares? Timeline, nobody cares. We're at the point. Everybody just wants Vader out in the open, walking around, stormtroopers all around him. Vader being a Galaxy's Edge would he doesn't even need a background over there. He just needs to walk around. People will go crazy. As crazy as they go for Mando, people are going to go crazier for Vader because Vader's what people want, in my opinion. Let me see. Mando, Boba, Ahsoka, Sabine, all different timeline.
Yeah, all different.
We got a super chat from Chris Lucas. Thank you, Chris. Imagine if Luke, Han, Leia, and Vader, or just Darth Vader, walked through Galaxy's Edge. It would be like the Beatles were in town. Galaxy's Edge should be all-star game, though, for real. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I get the idea of, like, wanting to... Originally, like, when they really were trying to immerse you in a storyline that was continuing on in the shows and the movies, it makes sense that they would kind of cut you off from those characters, but I feel like, a lot of things that were originally concepted for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, like the cast members having their own storyline, staying in theme, like that doesn't happen anymore, right? Yeah, there may be some cast members that are still true to that, but for the most part, they don't. They broke the timeline for the characters they bring into the land. They broke the timeline for the merch that they bring into the land. And it doesn't really make sense anymore to do that. I feel like just, they can just make it all Star Wars stories. It's like, even like, we've got villains walking around in Disneyland that are dead, right? That died in the movie. So like, it's like Disney's never been like a strict stuck to the timeline. I mean, we got like Ursula, walking in the parade and like Fantasmic and stuff. And it's like, she's dead,
Nobody's complaining. Nobody's complaining about Ursula.
So it's like, I think Disney was trying to stick true to the storyline for this one because it was continuing the storyline of how they were progressing the Star Wars timeline, but it kind of like it proved against them, I guess you could say, because like Star Wars is too big to like make a land that big and a land that's encompassing a fandom that's spans so many generations. Like, you got to have something for everyone. I feel like, the new sequel trilogy is great with Rey and everything and the storyline that's there. Even the Vi Marati storyline, amazing, and no one knows about that.
But Disney doesn't do nothing with the Vi Marati storyline to make it a public thing. Literally, I won't even. We're not going into that. We got Frankie's Bride, 29 months. Oh my land! Frankie's Bride, thank you for 29 months. Holy macaroni! Happy Speculation Sunday, Mondo. Danny, thanks for all the fire content and all you do. Fire! Go! I love it. Thank you, Frankie's Bride. Fires. Appreciate you. Appreciate you always.
Well, we got Raul in the chat, Mondo. He says, I talked to a CM on Wednesday. She told me Fantasmic packages are coming next week.
Ooh! I will be buying one. I will be buying one, Danny. Are you buying one? I don't even want to deal with the crowds this time around.
I will buy the Hungry Bear one for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. My butt's going to be hurting sitting on that hard-ass ground, but it's going to be worth it. We'll get into dining packages in a little bit because, there's a lot to say. I want to get into the next juicy stuff that hit out of nowhere. Danny, what's up with all this? Halfway to Halloween? Is this a Florida thing or is this could be Disneyland? What are your thoughts on Disney dropping? Because this is the official account on Instagram.
Halfway to Halloween usually is Disney World related. Typically, they're saying like when Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party dates are going to be, when tickets go on sale, because typically their parties start in August, so that's just around the corner.
Yeah.
So they've got to start selling tickets for that, all that kind of stuff. So I would imagine it's more centered around Disney World than Disneyland. But maybe they throw in some details about. We know that Disney gave us that great calendar at the beginning of the year, so we know the Halloween season at Disneyland starts August 23rd this year, the earliest it's ever started. We also
August
know that
23rd,
I know,
Halloween. It's hot as heck out there. Come dress up
yeah.
for Halloween, Oogie Boogie.
So I think with the Halloween starting so early, and then Disney also confirmed that Oogie Boogie Bash was coming back when they released that calendar. So we do know that much. So I don't really know how much more details they can really give us at Disneyland.
Just tickets
Um,
and dates, honestly. That's as good as it's gonna.
yeah, the only thing I could think of, Mondo, is they announce um, like something to do with the Haunted Mansion, like what day it's going to open.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I could think of. But to me, uh, we're hearing a lot that like Haunted Mansion is supposed to open August 23rd, and it will open as Haunted Mansion Holiday. But every day I see Haunted Mansion, even in Mondo's update video over
Yeah.
this weekend, they're not doing much. It's like all labor and our hard work is going to Tiana's, and like Haunted Mansion is just a dirt pit for like right now. I just can't imagine everything being completed by August, but who knows? So
Like is the right answer? They just half-ass it eventually. They're like, we're just gonna do what we can. It's just a queue. Uh, let me bring it up, Danny. I got it right here. I got it right here.
yeah, I'm worried about that too, Mondo. Palos Adventures posted in the chat. It's going to be a hot, hot Halloween season. It's been way too cold late into the year. I'm so worried about like just being at HHN and like 90 degrees humidity, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be brutal. August 23rd, like that. I don't. I'm not. I
There's
feel
still
like
big piles of dirt there, Mondo. You got a big old pile of dirt right there.
I am not in the Halloween spirit. August 23rd. I'm just trying to get that out there. Look at this dirt field. Disney just gets all that done in like 3 months. I guess. Is that enough time for all this crazy stuff?
I don't know. There's a dirt
And,
pit.
and when I asked Danny, we still got a Tiana's that needs to be completed. We still got Critter
Hmm.
Country that needs to be completed. So like, it's not like it's just one project. It's they got projects all throughout Critter Country. I guess you could say. Look at that angle, Danny. Damn. Tiana's looking very, very green. I think that's the only thing I could really say. It's looking green and luscious. Let me bring up the Critter Country stuff. Right here, Danny. Right there. What are your thoughts on this stuff? Because this is very shocking. It's very shocking to see Critter Country look like this. We knew the walls were coming, but like it's finally happening. What's your opinion, Danny?
Yeah, someone on I had posted pictures of the same thing on Twitter, and someone posted in a response that maybe this had something to do with ADA compliance, and that they were working. They somehow knew that Disney was doing a project to regrade the land, and how steep the like. If you noticed, anywhere Disney has a really steep pathway going down, um, they always have that little like sideway, like on the side, like railing that's like a little pathway, and everyone like wonders what that is. The
You
best
know where
example
the
I can think of is like Toontown. When you're
yeah,
walking in
Toontown.
Toontown and there's that little pathway, they have that because the pathway itself might be too steep for people in a wheelchair. So they have this, or people that maybe use a cane or need to hold on to something to go on a path that's that steep. So they have that like special walkway where they can like hold on to a railing as they're descending and as they're climbing, because it's not maybe they would have trouble doing that just on their own without any assistance. And so this pathway doesn't have room for any of that. So they're saying maybe they're regrading the land, taking advantage of the time to do this so that they can not only retheme what the land ground looks like, because it was themed more to like a frontier vibe, right?
Yeah.
Um, and now they got to make it look more swampy, a little bit more of a different vibe for Critter Country in this area. It's still Critter Country, but critters of a different kind. You know what I mean? So, and then also they can work on the regrading, try to make it a little bit less steep than what it normally was, and also rework the queue. Right? They've got to probably change how you enter in and out of the queue, where the lightning lane goes.
Mhm.
Splash Mountain's lightning lane entrance, its distribution, like fast pass machines were still like the area that was there was still in existence. They changed where you entered and redeemed your lightning lanes and fast passes like many times over the years. So there probably is going to be some reworking of the exterior queue to make it a little bit more efficient because they kind of just shoehorned it in. Because Splash Mountain's entrance used to be right there next to the Briar Patch shop.
Damn.
Um,
It really
that's
changed.
where it was back in the day. So, and then for a while, they moved it to like the barn. And then after the barn, they moved it back down to Haunted Mansion, where like you'd get in it by Haunted Mansion exit over there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
So it's kind of been like all over the place. I don't know.
about. It's because it's popularity. I feel like, you know what I mean. Like seasonal too. Summer is going to be longer lines, obviously. We got 23 months. Let's go. Happy Speculation Sunday from Grumpy Rich. Thank you for sharing the magic. Let's hear the Perch Horn. Oh, thank you, Grumpy Rich. Some fresh Perch Horn, baby. Thank you, Grumpy Rich, for giving me an opportunity to hit the horn. Anytime I could hit the horn, I'm going to hit the horn. Thank you for 23 months. We also got Johnny Boy dropping 5 with social text becoming available for everybody. It seems that pushes Tiana's October, November. Imagine if they open it the last 2 weeks of December. With the social text becoming available for everybody? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Do you understand this?
I don't understand it now.
Yeah, I don't understand. Johnny Boy, put another comment down. I'm confused. Um, we got a couple things to say about this Tiana's opening in December. I don't think so anymore. I don't think so anymore. Let me keep going though. We got one more super chat from Johnny dropping 5. Heard speculating they might make a couple changes in the mansion, the hitchhiking ghost, mirrors, and the bride scene. Have you heard any of that rumbling, Danny? I'm gonna go on
No,
the notion
I
that
have. I've
I
only
don't.
heard it on. I've only seen it on Twitter. Um, in all honesty, I'd welcome changes to the bride for sure. Um, maybe even like we don't need a talking bride. You know, we could just have like more of a spooky bride, like how we used to have. I feel like the talking bride leading right into the Hatbox Ghost is maybe like a little clashing too much. So like if we had more of like a just a spooky subdued bride that didn't speak, and then leading right into the Hatbox Ghost, I feel like that's a cooler transition. Because if when we were younger, Mondo, if you remember the bride was just like kind of this dead looking bride that was glowing and like her heart was beating through her dress and you would see like the red heartbeat,
Right there,
like the
right?
old one.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
the old one. And then like when we were like young, like in our, I don't even know how old it changed, but like when we were kids, it changed to the one with the projection on the face. Um,
I,
so
I'm fine with whatever
and
bride
at
we.
the time, people did not like that. At the
The
time,
the
that
projection
was the old
thing.
one that I remember. It's the left one right there.
Oh, the okay. How
Yeah.
old is that projection? If you had to take a guess, like that it moved to projection.
Oh, it's
Long
got to
time.
be. It's got to be like early 2000s, probably.
Oh, so it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe she is due for an upgrade. Uh, they did apply for permits to change some items in the mansion. We'll see. We'll see. Talk about permits.
Yeah, see, Mondo, a lot of people in the chat. Old Bride was spookier. I would close my eyes. The Old Bride was so scary.
Is the old bride this one, Danny? Let me bring it up. That one right there in the middle.
No, you had it over on the right side,
On the
right
right.
there.
Right
That
there.
one,
Right here.
that one, right there. That was our bride.
Damn, she is scary as hell.
Yeah,
that, that is scary, dude.
and her
I
heart would just like her
I
heart would
like
just be like boom boom
I
boom
like
boom
that bride
boom
more
boom.
than the projection face bride. It's just scary. That's like very scary.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't remember that. It's been a long time. Uh, Let me see if I could bring this up. Um, where is it? It was Theme Park Wizard. See if I could bring up his Twitter. I could never bring up his Twitter. Is it Theme Park Wizard? I always struggle to find his Instagram. What is his Instagram? I guess I'll just go to Scott because I know Scott reposted it or something. Uh, it's about permits, Danny. Mm-mm-mm. Man, we got a lot to talk about. I didn't realize there was so much to talk about today. Where the freak is it? Hold on. I'm trying to find this Twitter. Um,
Palm Tree 150 asks, "Do you think they'll announce the opening date for Tiana's at D23?" We do. We've talked about that too on this show a couple times. Mondo had a theory a few D23s ago when they announced the second version of Phantasmic that had the dragon that caught fire, unfortunately. That dragon was new. It was part of Phantasmic 2.0, right? When they added changes like the Aladdin scene, the Simba, like Lion King scene, and like different. They took out the Pinocchio and like all these different things from the old version of the show and put in these new ones. They also changed like the princesses. They added like Flynn and Rapunzel, which weren't in there before. So they changed some things up. Um, but at D23 Expo, they announced when it was going to be opening. And then, as a surprise, everyone who was in the panel for the theme parks, and experiences showcase were given a lanyard as a surprise and said, hey, later tonight after Disneyland closes, you're all going to be invited to watch the first showing of the new Phantasmic. So it was essentially like a pop-up surprise after dark event. And once the event had concluded, and Disneyland shut down, you could go over to Disneyland's main gates, and they let everyone in on the side, and they walked you right over to Phantasmic. You watched Phantasmic, and then you left. So what Mondo was saying is he thinks one of the main things they'll talk about is Tiana's Bayou Adventure. They'll show us maybe some scenes and footage we haven't seen yet of the attraction, maybe some inside looks at what Ray's Berets looks like, Lewis's Critter Club, and then be like, hey, everyone in this audience, you're going to be the first to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and you're going to ride it tonight.
Tonight.
And the event is already at nighttime, so it would just be like, hey, you got to get over to Disneyland and then ride the Splash Mountain, that Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So
I can already see it right now. Everybody in this crowd, right here. You guys are going to be the first ones to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure tonight. Josh tomorrow. Boom.
Yeah, and this is not confirmed. This is just a speculation that Mondo had. I think it's a good speculation because they've done it in the past.
You have your most loyalist fans, D23 super fanatics that are paying to go to this event. What better people to get on the ride first and just blibber blabber nothing but great things all over social media than the D23 fans. It's better than a media event. It really is. It really is. It's the fans. And that's just speculation, all right? That's just speculation, everybody. All right, I found it, Danny. We haven't even talked about this at all. Shout out to Theme Park Wizard. He found this one. It's a $5 million permit. Originally, people thought it was going to be for Haunted Mansion, but then this ended up going to. It's actually Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. So a $5 million permit made for Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. So a lot of people started speculating. Well, what could it be? What are we going to get a brand new animatronic? What the heck could cost $5 million? I don't think a refurb is going to cost $5 million. Some people were saying, and I just want to throw it out there. I don't even know what to say, but they were saying that a Walt Disney animatronic is going to get added to Abraham Lincoln moments. Any thoughts on that, Danny? And just in the permit in general.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool to add some sort of element of Walt Disney to the Opera House, right? So much of the Opera House in Disneyana is like, if you're a Disneyland historian buff, you like anything that has to do with Disneyland history. That area of our park it feels so historic, and when you're in there, it feels very original to Disneyland. Um, and it's also a place that you go to when you do the Walk and Waltz tour. That they spend a lot of time in there. Walt Disney was a huge fan of Abraham Lincoln. That's why he had created the attraction. So incorporating him in some way, whether it's the pre-show or in the show itself, I think would be a great way to update it and get people to go in there. I think what they saw with this Disney 100 addition into the Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln pre-show area, it really brought a bigger crowd into that space than they probably normally see.
Yeah.
People were just there to go watch like a 10-minute show of that thing that they could watch on Disney Plus, but something special about watching it at Disneyland. So it'd be cool if they added it. I don't know if you want to search right now, Mondo, a YouTube video of the Disney 100 exhibition. They had a Walt Disney hologram, and
Oh.
some people were saying that they could, as a speculation, could see Disney incorporating this hologram that they used at their Disney 100 exhibition into the Lincoln Theater, the Main Street Opera House, somehow.
That's right, Daddy. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a big deal back then, dude. The Walt hologram.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I'm gonna go more on the Walt hologram than a Walt animatronic. Does a hologram cost $5 million? I don't know. But I could see a Walt hologram be added, uh, ju- just because, like, I feel
You
like
have a
there's
video of it, Mondo?
more flexibility to there's more like flexibility is what I'm trying to say with the hologram. Let me see if I can bring it up. I guess there's a TikTok video right here. Let's see. I'm not gonna put the audio. It's probably copyright, but let me play it. Are we looking at AI or is this an actual video of Walt?
Um, so I think it's like his face was projected, and then they're like projecting it on like a more modern body. And they had like an actor like do like all the hand motions and everything, and then they like digitally put his face on like because it's like he's said something like that, or I'm not quite sure,
Yeah.
but
Damn. I could see that uh, Walt Disney hologram at Disneyland. That's a very special thing, dude. It'd be a great decision. Very cool decision. I don't know how he gets incorporated into the show, but nobody's complaining. Adding Walt, it's gonna be cool. Literally had the exact idea of adding Walt animatronic to introduce Lincoln's show. That'd be so nuts. Proof that thoughts travel outward. A lot of people are thinking the same thing. Uh, and right now, Mr. Lincoln Moments is down. I don't even know when it returns. So maybe they're already doing it as we speak. I need to walk in there. I probably won't see anything, but
Mondo never walks in there.
yeah, nobody walks in there. Like it's
I
not
do.
a common thing. It's not a common thing to Abraham Lincoln moments. You know what I mean? It's like I probably do it like
I
three
always walk into the Disneyana to see like what artworks featured, and then I'll
Yeah,
just make my way over there.
yeah. I do Disneyana, but the Lincoln moments very rare. Samuel 20 months 5-5. Thank you, Samuel. 5-5. Let's go. Happy Sunday, Samuel. Delgado. All right. I'm trying to think. All right. We're going to get into the juicy stuff, Danny. Hold on. I got to go to... a video. Where is it? Okay, got it. All right, we're going to watch a video. It's like 4 minutes because it's just so damn good. So damn good. Actually, do I want to watch all of it? Nah, we're gonna because I don't want to take everybody's time. We're gonna watch just the Donkey Kong portion, okay, Danny?
All right.
Yoshi and Mario Kart, they're so iconic. Donkey Kong is one of the original icons, and we certainly couldn't do a Super Nintendo World without including him.
Donkey Kong Country is a completely different landscape from Super Mario Land.
You're exploring through very lush jungle with rhythm and music.
But the land really comes to life. When you see the mine carts coming through the land, it really looks like it's a runaway mine cart.
Minecart Madness gives guests an opportunity to join Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. It's a coaster that has jumps, turns, leaps, dips, dives.
It's got the most innovative technology inside of it to make us feel like we're actually jumping the track.
There are 0 screens. It is all real show. It is all real thrill.
It will blow their minds on what we were able to turn into a real-life experience.
Wow.
When I see Super Nintendo World, what I see is the future of immersive experiences, where it's the gaming world and the real world being able to finally join together all around you.
I think this place is going to allow so many families to connect and bond over these timeless video games.
To me, I think that's why theme parks matter.
You could go there 20 times, and you will always find something new every single time.
You gotta come here and you have to see this place.
Woo! Dirty marketing. All right, Danny. What are your freaking thoughts? I haven't talked to you about this yet either. Donkey Kong Country. Land coming to Epic Universe. Just...
Yeah, it's gonna be super awesome to have a version of the true Super Nintendo World, here in the United States that we can visit. I can't always go to Japan to go ahead and do what they've got over there, but having Donkey Kong Country is such a cool thing, especially the minecart, attraction. The minecart level of Donkey Kong Country is probably like the most iconic thing that you could think of when bringing something to life. Just like when Mario, the most iconic thing you could think of is Mario Kart. So like they really just like they were like, hey, let's, that's why I like with the Nintendo stuff. They were just like, they didn't say, hey, let's pick something new and make people like it. They're just like, let's just get what the most popular thing was and do that. And that's like a sure hit, right?
What do you think about the whole like they emphasize this will not have screens? Any importance to that, or is just who cares?
I think it's mainly because it's not really I mean, if you guys have seen any of the videos of like the Yoshi attraction, that ride doesn't have screens either. The animatronics are pretty basic. This is a roller coaster. It's probably not that long of a roller coaster either, to be honest. And so there's not really a lot of time for you to be doing stuff. So if they're gonna have like little scenes, I would imagine probably similar animatronics to what we see in Yoshi's adventure.
For me, this Donkey Kong being part of the opening of this land, I'm mind blown. People are gonna go crazy, and it's true. We don't have to go to Japan. This is what they got in Japan. I'm pretty sure they're very similar, if almost not the same thing. Um, I have a feeling that they are going to be a meet and greet too, Danny. Are you getting that feeling too? There's no way they open this land and like
Oh
Donkey
yeah,
Kong, Diddy Kong are not meet and greets.
yeah,
Uh,
they got to have both.
yeah, this land's going to be just a great addition. You know how I keep feeling about Epic Universe, Danny? How am I supposed to do this all in one day? You can't. The answer is you can't.
You literally can't.
There's no. I want a whole day just at Isles of Berk. I, I really believe Isles of Berk is going to be the best land. I really feel that way. It's just I had no expectation of Isles of Berk, but after the video they did recently, I was mind blown. I was mind blown. This looks like an incredible project. I can't wait to visit it, and it hits all the feels that I would want as a Donkey Kong fan, and new Donkey Kong fans to be made. Dude, people are gonna fall in love with this, and the fact too that power band stuff's gonna be happening as well. They didn't really get into that. It almost seems like they're kind of Japan locked because they delayed their Donkey Kong, so it's like they can't talk about everything yet. Because I thought they were gonna go more into detail because there's new restaurants coming here, new merch, food, snacks, power band usage. They didn't get into any of that, so we gotta wait for Japan to open, I guess, before they go truly into detail. We got a super chat from my Alyssa. Dropping the fire. Dropping 5 on the Venmo. Thank you, my Alyssa. I haven't been to the parks on May 4th in about 5 years. This was before Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opened. It felt busier than I remember. Plus, no need to spend on Star Wars night. Did Danny get his gift? Sadly, he didn't, but I will get it to Danny soon. I promise. I promise, my Alyssa. Yesterday was the best Star Wars night there's ever been for May 4th. It's never been that cool. Never. I've been to quite a bit of May 4th at Disneyland, and it never felt like the one that we had yesterday. It was very epic feeling. But don't worry, Melissa. It will go to Danny soon. I promise. I promise. Let me see. Happy Nurse Week. Oh, yeah. I didn't even know that was happening. Happy Nurse Week. Thank you for all the things you guys do. Super, super, extremely hard job. They're going to sell the Donkey Kong neckties. I'm going to buy one. Why not? I want to buy one. All right, let's keep it going. We hit that. I want to go to actually my Twitter. Where is it? Oh my gosh, how freaking... There we go. All right, it's official, Danny. 2026! 2026, not 2025, 2026! We gotta wait a long time, but they finally named it Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, opening 2026 at Universal Studios Hollywood. What do you think about the name?
I like it. The movie that everyone's familiar with, Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, they just switch it out to Hollywood Drift, right? Mm-hmm. So it's very on theme with the franchise. I'm excited for Universal to get this. Like I mentioned on Twitter, I won't be writing this, but I'm excited. I'm excited that it's coming because they need something like this, and people will absolutely love it. And I'm sure it's going to be like some crazy, technologically advanced roller coaster that that changed the game, just like Velocicoaster did.
Yeah, this one, Fast and Furious, is going to be state-of-the-art ride system, is being uniquely designed to immerse guests with high speed. I Highlights will include groundbreaking 360-degree rotation of individual ride vehicles as they rocket along an elaborate track meticulously constructed with sound reduction technology for a breathtaking superior experience. These attributions will create a seamless sensation of drifting cars as guests spin in motion at furiously fast speeds. The Hollywood fandom is not ready for that, dude. They ain't ready for that. I really believe like the tourism that's going to Hollywood, this is gonna rock a lot of people. Because you go from like a Minions ride where you're literally sitting watching a screen. Kung Fu Panda, you're sitting watching a screen, and Secret Life of Pets going at like 2 miles an hour, and then freaking a fast ride that goes 360 that will go upside down on a hillside. What? I'm just gonna throw it out there. People are gonna be like barfing, dude. Right, Daddy? I feel like maybe when people see the ride, you'll get a good understanding. Like, should I do this ride? Or maybe people are so hyped, they're like, I have motion sickness. I don't care. I'm gonna do it at least one time. I feel like it's gonna rock a lot of people. Like, to me, I'm excited. Yeah, to me, I'm excited. I love the thrill. I love the whole cosmic rewind with like a velocicoaster in a way. Sheesh.
We have someone in the chat, Mondo, that says, Quinta20 says, I got a feeling there's going to be an HHN announcement this week. Do you think they're going to try to take the wind out of the sails of Disney's halfway to Halloween and just be like, bam, first maze, HHN?
I posted this today, Danny, on my Twitter. We need one. We need something. We need something. Man, is tomorrow? Is tomorrow all these theme parks just drop in Halloween? Is it? I guess. I have a feeling. Obviously, Disney's going to drop news tomorrow, but I have a feeling Horror Nights. They're more like a Tuesday or Thursday kind of thing. That's the vibe I'm getting. But I guess you never know. It's taking forever to just get one thing, which is dates, prices, and all that. But Quinta, I hope you're right, man. I hope you're freaking right. Anything else, Danny, that we've missed that you want to talk about that we haven't got to?
I did want to talk about my tweet that I posted about the food booths.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah. So don't forget, Pixar Fest is continuing to add new things. Today, I saw on Twitter they brought back the Green Army Men little like parade that they do at Disney California Adventure. Mondo was saying that was missing. That came back, and then we got food booths for the first time during Pixar Fest. So it's going to be like a mini food and wine festival. I think we're only going to have about the same amount that we had for Lunar New Year. So if we do have a sip and savor pass for this event, I would imagine it'll be like the Lunar New Year one where you only get 6 instead of the 8. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. But I saw Porto Rosso Pasta, the Spark. I also saw Elemental Table. A new one today I saw on Twitter was Gusto's To Go. That's over there behind Carstairs Circle. And then the Hangry, like like food booth. Inside Out one was over in Hollywoodland. So those are all the different booths. In all honesty, there's not a lot of food options at these. It's mainly like drinks at all of them. Like each one of them had like 2 or 3 drinks.
We're trying to sell alcohol, Danny.
Yeah, they're selling a lot of different like drinks and stuff like that.
That's where Disney makes the money. Hey, dude, all those drinks, I could have sworn were like $18, $20 on like the menus. Man, things are getting crazy with alcohol at Disney. I will say, I love the theming. Very cool theming of all these. I didn't expect it to look cool like that, but it does. Very on point. First time they've done that. Have we had booths during summer? I want to say no, dude.
We haven't. No, we haven't.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
these booths will end in August, and then we'll have a little bit of a brief break because a lot of these booths are usually in areas where they set up um, treat trails for Oogie Boogie Bash. So we'll see the booths go away, and then we'll see treat trails pop up for Oogie Boogie Bash, and then of course it leads right into Festival Holidays, and we're in the holiday season.
Keep the booths up. Just keep them up. Might as well. Damn, freaking crazy, dude. Dude, 2024 is like the year of food at Disneyland. From we had Lunar New Year, food and wine. Now Pixar booths into the holiday festival of holidays, Christmas.
Oh, I will say, Mondo, I forgot to mention yesterday when before I had left Disneyland originally to come back to the fireworks later. I did try a new food item over at Paradise Garden Grill finally.
What'd you get?
So I got the flautas.
Damn. Good or bad? Good or bad?
Dude, one of the best things I've had. So far I'm batting like 2 for 2 with Pixar Fest. I had the barbecue potato, ground up barbecue potato, 10 out of 10. I've already turned like 5 people onto it personally, like just friends and stuff. They all loved it. So that's my first one, and then the flautas next was like just phenomenal. And the flautas, they're like, I want to say, Mondo, like I'm not even kidding you. Like I'm trying to like find something in comparison to like legitimately, they're like this long, not this thick, but they're like this long.
So you're getting your money's worth.
Yeah, and you get 2 of them, and they're like full of the chicken meat, and they're just covered in that that avocado salsa that a lot of people like that Disney uses.
Yeah, I like salsa.
And then it's got crema and has the queso fresco on it. A side of beans, really good beans, really good Spanish rice. A pretty good, in my opinion, a pretty good deal for like $11. Not gonna lie, it's a pretty big meal.
I thought you were gonna say 15.
No, it's like $13, and then with your discounts, like 11 something.
You heard it from Danny. Get the flautas. We got Takara. Always a pleasure to have Takara in here. Hi guys, hope everyone's doing well. They finally had to take my left kidney, but stay ingrained very strong. Sure does love y'all. And then hearts, and then other from Takara. Dang autocorrection! I hate autocorrection. Sometimes I love autocorrect. Sometimes I hate it. Are you more in the love autocorrect or you hate it? Like it like ruins your text, Danny. How do you feel?
Sometimes it's a good thing and a bad thing. I do like how like the iPhone will learn how you type certain things. So for instance, for instance, when I type Lego, like when you type Lego should be all capitalized because that's how they type it. And so like after you've corrected it a couple times to type like Lego in all caps, it just remembers that. And so then it just types, like when you type in Lego, it'll capitalize it. So I like that part of it.
Takara, sending our hearts and prayers to you. Recover and just stay strong, girl. Stay strong, Takara. Bonfire! Bonfires for Takara. Let me see. I'm just trying to.
Did you answer the Vegas Film Critic one already, Mondo?
No. Any info or updates on Vegas HHN attraction? Nothing as of right now. The last I ever heard or saw was from SoCal Attractions not that long ago. We really don't have any details. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it was SoCal Attractions that was there not too long ago. I'm trying to go through their Twitter. Let me see. Man, they're always traveling.
I know. I think right now they're going to France.
Damn. Holy so they were like New York. Man, they travel a ton. It's hard. I guess I could just put HHN Las Vegas. I'm curious what comes up. Let me see. Yeah, it's hard to find updates on it. Um, Man, I'm trying to think. There was somebody. I think it was Hotline, if I'm not mistaken. Might have done an update recently. Let me see on his Instagram. Hotline. Hold on, Vegas Film Critic. I got you. Was it Hotline? Yeah, here we go. He did a video recently. Credit to him on Instagram. Uh, this is what it's looking like. It's like in that stage.
Kind of looks like it's looked for a really long time.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like a year that they're aiming for, if it's next year or 2026. But I have got no details, like what they're really trying to do with that. Um, it's just a sit and wait with that project. I don't have any plans to go to Vegas anytime soon, but if I do go to Vegas, I will for sure go to that location. I want to see it myself. But thank you, Vegas Film Critic. Always appreciate you, brother. Um, Let me see. The Papa Loca at Troubadour was really good. Would have liked a little more chicken, but great flavor, and I would get it again. I've heard Papa Loca, or not Papa Loca, Troubadour Tavern potatoes. Everybody's raving about them. Like, it's not even like it's 2 people. It's like over 10 people. Like, it's like everybody loving it. Danny already went through it.
On Saturday, the line for Troubadour Tavern went outside of Fantasyland Theater and to like the parade route.
Mm-hmm. Park Hop Creation, we had the float is today too, and they had the float there, I guess, at Paradise. Also had the Pastor Tacos. Yeah, Pastor Tacos were good at Paradise Garden Grill. You just don't get enough meat. They're really stingy. Gina, funnel cake from Stage Door was terrible. Snake in my funnel cake. Needed more sauce. Tastes like I was eating straight peanut butter pudding. Ew. What? That don't sound good. That don't sound good. Do you think we will have any information about the 70th anniversary of Disneyland? Plus Paint the Night coming back? When is this 70th, Danny? Is it next year?
Yeah, so this coming July is 69, and then next year is 70.
You know what we're getting for the 70th, Raul? You could book it right now, bro. Main Street Electrical Parade. That's what you're gonna get for the 70th. I already know it. I already know it. Pure nostalgia. What brings the summer crowds no matter what? Main Street Electrical Parade. It's been doing it for like 50 years.
We got a super chat from Big Rags who sends $2 and says, Mondo, I want to hear about your Star Wars night experience.
I just spent it with my girlfriend, and we did rides. That's honestly the truth. It was more about having her have a good experience, but it was nothing I was going to blog or anything like that. It was just a date night for me. We had a fun time because rides were no wait. But from like a Star Wars, like, we wanted to do Star Wars night stuff. I don't want to get too deep into it other than Star Wars night should just be like 2 days in May, more preferably. Star Wars night not having fireworks is a disaster, but it is what it is. But thank you, Big Rags. Wondrous Journey returning for the 70th. I'd rather have Disneyland Forever. Maybe that's a hot take, but Disneyland Forever really. I don't know what it is, man. I love that fireworks show. I love Wondrous Journey too, Beyond, but
no, Raul said it's supposed to be a big event for the 60th. It's not. It's not. It's when 60 is a big year because it's like the diamond year. Like if you look at there's like an unofficial like what each year represents, right? There's like gold, and 50 was gold. So that's why like the 50th anniversary was all about like gold, 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 and then 60s diamond. But there's always, when you think about everything, just like in general, Disney always, or in general, like everyone makes a big deal out of 75, not 70, right? It's like 75 is like the big iconic thing you want to highlight. You don't ever see like 70. You know, that's not something that people usually highlight. They do like 25, 50. We did 60 at Disneyland just because it represents diamonds. I think they wanted to go all out for that. But 70 is next year, right? So we're a couple months away from 69. 70 is next year. All they're going to have is Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Maybe we get new entertainment. But even 65, they didn't do anything for 65. We just had merch. We had a button and a cavalcade, and that was all we had. They did a couple changes to the Soundsational Parade at the time, but it wasn't that big. I just personally don't think they're going to do anything for 70 other than acknowledging it. We're going to have merch just because it's like an even year, right? It's like 7-0. So cool opportunity to do some merchandise. So they'll probably have a line of merchandise. Maybe we get some new entertainment, like you were saying. They'll be able to showcase Tiana's Bayou Adventure. They'll probably be at the point where they've completed downtown Disney's transformation, and maybe they'll be at the point where they've completed something in the Esplanade. We've been hearing stuff about maybe the Esplanade getting some overview. So what perfect way to showcase 70 than a new Esplanade for Disneyland. So I think that's all truly we're going to get.
You get turnstiles, and you get Main Street Electric.
Yeah, we are getting turnstiles, and that's happening over the next year. So
you get the Main Street Electrical Parade. So enjoy yourself. I don't think they're going big. We've been saying that. 75th, Disney goes all out. We probably get a new dragon.
Vegas film critic Mondo says 70th is platinum. That's the metal, or the precious metal that's for 70. So 70 is platform.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the merch. It's gonna be cool. Platinum. I'm cool with it. I feel like Disney 100 was kind of platinum, a little platinum-ish. We
got 75, 60 is diamond, 70 is platinum, 75 is sapphire.
Damn. We got Disney Kid at Heart dropping the fire. Disney Kid at Heart. I'm trying to see if there was it was a super sticker, and let's first super chat Disney Kid at Heart. Thank you. Fired up. Appreciate you supporting the fire, Disney Kid at Heart. Thank you. Let me see. Can we get Paint the Night for the 70th? Would love to see it. I don't think so. I just don't think so. Like I feel like I would be hearing buzz about it, but nothing. We're just gonna get more After Dark events. That's what we're gonna get. We got Breck in the house. Do you expect anything big from Disney's next shareholder meeting? What, isn't it soon? Disney shareholder meeting. When's their next one? When's their next one, Breck? I feel like I could figure it out. Let me see. I have to look up Disney. Hold on. Where are we at? Oh my god, it's not clicking. Disney. All right. They are May 7th. So Disney's next earnings call, May 7th. So I do expect big things. Maybe they finally flush out. They flush out. Dude, May 7th? That's freaking now. That's this Tuesday. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Disneyland forward approval and a shareholder meeting same day. Wow. I'm expecting, dude, this week's going to be fire. It wasn't registering.
You better buy stock, Mondo.
Holy, I will stay home on Tuesday to cover whatever the heck is going to be dropping.
And it's also Apple's announcement on Tuesday as well. A lot of stuff going down on Tuesday.
Damn. New technology from Apple, maybe. Connor dropping a super chat. What are the best things to do during Pixar Fest? Very good question. Very good question. I'll let Danny go first.
If you have a park hopper ticket, you're going to want to start off at Disneyland and go straight to the Fantasyland Theater at 11 a.m. You're going to want to stand in line for characters. You're going to meet characters and then they have characters coming out at all times. They've got Luca, Alberto. They have Wade, Ember. They have Ian and Barley, Merida, like all coming out at different times. And then on the stage, they're doing dances with all the different characters, having the kids join them. So that really kind of all starts at 11 and truly sees its like peak between like 11 and 3. And then once the first Magic Happen parade starts at like 3:30, it kind of like changes that space over there because they can't have characters out during that time. So they play like Disney Pixar shorts on the screen. So definitely do the Pixar Playtime Pals. Is that what it's called? I don't even know what the heck it's called over there in the Fantasyland Theater.
Theater.
Yeah, Pixar. Just go to the Fantasyland Theater, do all the Pixar stuff there. That's definitely one of the don't miss things. The second is the Better Together parade. Love it. I think it's really great. Disney California Adventure has the longest parade route in Disney Parks history. I think it still stands to this day. So trying to find a spot for the parade is pretty easy. It's a pretty easy thing to do. So that's not too hard. It's not as hard as it is at Disneyland. So
yeah.
So just I would say those
hard to find a spot, dude.
Yeah, and then I would say the food really is another can't miss thing, and really there's options almost everywhere. So shockingly though, Mondo, when I was looking at the food guide again this weekend, I was just like, let me see if there's anything in San Francisco. Nothing. There's nothing in San Francisco for Pixar Fest at all.
That's Marvel. I'm just kidding.
So I was like shocked by that, but nothing over there. And then, but they've got stuff everywhere.
I think one thing too, Danny. What is it? Cucamonga is closed right now. I think it's like under.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's under refurb.
Okay. That's crazy. Like it just opened. Why would they need to refurb it?
Who knows, dude?
You think they would have refurbed it when it was closed?
I think the main things to do for Pixar Fest is the Fantasyland Theater, like how Danny was saying at 11. That's the highlight, honestly, of Pixar Fest. You get to do the interactive dancing with the character. It's really kid-driven, but it is what it is. You get a lot of characters from Inside Out, Incredibles, and they got Doug out there from Up. They also got Russell. They have freaking Elemental characters. They have the Luca characters, the Onward character. It's just character mania at Fantasyland Theater. So that one is you cannot miss. If like Pixar is important to you, do that, and most importantly, eat at Troubadour Tavern. Not for convenience, but they have a lot of great options there that everyone's enjoying. Literally, everybody's enjoying. I haven't heard anybody hate on the Troubadour Tavern stuff. The other thing that's like the main thing to do for Pixar Fest is obviously Better Together, but you have to watch the finale. I feel like the finale goes such a long way to your enjoyment of that parade. And obviously fireworks. Those are the three things. The food is obviously there, but from an entertainment, those are the main things. The Fantasyland Theater, parade, and fireworks. And just watch the fireworks from Main Street. You don't have to camp out anywhere or just, find a good spot somewhere on Main Street like 20 minutes before and you're good. And if you have like a 5-year-old and under, go to Club Pixar. Other than that, do not go to Club Pixar. Let me see. Anything we miss? To talk about today?
I think that's basically it. We covered it all, really. There's not a lot of news coming out of Knott's Berry Farm. We didn't really talk about Knott's this time, but they're still trugging along on Camp Snoopy construction. We have one more weekend next weekend of the Boysenberry Festival, and then it's C'est La Vie until we get Ghost Town Alive, and Summer Nights. So not too much happening at Knott's Berry Farm, but there will be. And I would imagine soon too, Mondo, we start seeing some construction for some more Scary Farm stuff. I know you got some when you went on
Yeah.
the stagecoach, but I think it's time for another. Do some investigation. Look over there by where Mesmer is. Just check it all out. See if we can do a Scary Farm update and not Scary
Yeah.
Farm, rather than just like a Camp Snoopy update. Just focus on like Scary Farm.
All right. Brandy mentioned it. Did we talk about dining packages? Let's talk about that to close out today, Danny.
Oh, okay.
Phantasmic will have dining packages. Supposedly, they're going to go live next week. Dining packages revolve around paying for food, and you get yourself a seat in front of Rivers of America to watch Phantasmic. And most of the time, you're sitting down. So you have to be aware of that. That if you're buying a dining package, is most likely you're going to be sitting on the floor. Phantasmic is like 30 minutes, so it kind of hurts to sit down there sometimes. So be aware of that. Be aware of that. Dining packages revolve around Hungry Bear. They have Riverbell Terrace, Blue Bayou, and I feel like Cafe Orleans also does it, but I just can't remember right now. Where are you at with dining packages of what you recommend? Like how do you feel about them, Danny? Because I know you've done some.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the dessert party for World of Color. I don't know if they're going to offer a dessert party for Phantasmic, but if they do, I would say if you can afford that, do that. Nothing's better than having a seat, especially over at Phantasmic. Jeez, like having a seat to sit in and sit at a nice table, high top table, low top table, whatever you got, watching the show. If they're doing those, I would go for that if you can afford it, and Phantasmic means a lot to you. If not, I don't really like the Blue Bayou dining reservation situation. I don't think they do have like right in the middle. So if you need to have like right in the middle and you want that, Blue Bayou does have that, but you still have to be there early. And so you could spend a lot of money at Blue Bayou, and if you're not showing up as early as some of these people are showing up, you're still not getting that good of a seat. You're kind of like behind a bunch of people. So I don't know. I just I personally I think the Hungry Bear is like the best mid ground, right? You got one of the side sections, but you're still not in the standby, like as far as the standby is, and you can still show up later and have a really good space. So I think it's the best of both worlds. You get some pretty good food. Hungry Bear had some really great options for some of those standby ones. And they're usually about like what, 30-40 bucks.
Yes, I could have sworn 35-ish.
Yeah, like $35-$38, and it includes your viewing and a takeaway meal. And you can usually I always recommend that people do it at lunchtime, and then that's your lunch, and then you just get the tickets for later in the day. Because trying to do it closer to the show, I always felt like it was a little too stressful, because it can get a little impacted because a lot of people really want to try to do it closer to the show. And then you go to Hungry Bear, and Mondo's shown that a million times on live streams and blogs and stuff. Hungry Bear just gets like inundated with like this massive line of people trying to redeem it, and you end up like maybe getting late and you like miss the show and have to get put into the next show, and it's too much to try to do it at dinner. I always say if you can, book a lunch one, and then you still get to pick what show you go to. So you just tell them what show you go to, and then you come back later with your ticket. But at least that way your dinner and your meal is done, and you don't have to think about it.
Yeah, you're not trying to like scarf down this food and go wait in this other line and then go sit down for a freaking hour and a half. It gets kind of wild. Phantasmic, the first show.
Yeah, and they started as early as like 11, so I would do that if you could.
Yeah. I enjoyed the Hungry Bear dining package. Like it was worth it to me. Worth it to me. The one that I did here, Blue Bayou, I feel like people weren't too happy about the Blue Bayou dining package because the cost that you're paying is it's like $80 to $90 to do a dining package for Phantasmic, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like like it's like you choose from either three things. It's not like the full menu array, if I can remember. But you want to get fancy with it, I guess Blue Bayou is your option. But I really recommend Hungry Bear dining reservation for Fantasmic. It's all you need. You don't need more than that. I think that's it, Danny. I think that's it. Closing thoughts on everything, man.
Yeah, this week is going to be interesting. I was already excited for it because of the final decision on Disneyland Forward, right? So we can find out whether or not we can expect to see keep an eye out for some of the construction to begin over at the structure, right? All of us expect that to be the first place they start. So we'll really be watching that, of course, this week, and then talking about it on Speculation Sunday next week. But we'll also have hopefully Mondo and I will both have had a chance to try some of the food from the booths. They debut on Friday. I don't know if you're going to have a chance to maybe see if they soft open this week, Mondo, but I'd love to try some of it with you anyway this weekend if you're down for that.
So mac and cheese? I'm just kidding. I will not be trying that.
But there's a lot of things still coming, a lot of things still happening. And personally, for Disneyland anyway, there's a lot of other things on the horizon, like that we can look forward to in regards to D23 just around the corner, right? Like we're almost at the point where we're halfway through May. Then we only have June and July, and then D23 is at the beginning of August. So
damn,
it's crazy.
And construction can start for Disneyland Forward come June. Not saying it's going to happen, but I'm just saying it could start. If we start getting construction for Disneyland Forward, it's about to get crazy. And before we get out of here, I just want to mention it. I don't have any info. No, I don't think anybody has any info. But what happened to Portos at Downtown Disney? We'll close it on that end. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Wait, before we fire it down, Danny, any content or podcast, anything coming down the line from your end?
Yes. I had a new podcast last week with Ashley from Mouths Vibes. That's up now. So search the 5571 podcast and you'll be able to hear that new episode. It was really great having her on. And we talked about Pixar Fest, her experience, my experience, different, opinions about different things we tried and our experiences. And then we talked a little bit too about some things coming to the future of Disneyland. And then I have a video from this past weekend, just a regular update video. And I threw in some Star Wars May the 4th stuff in the video. That'll be out this coming week as well too. So new podcast episode out with another new guest and then a new video out. But definitely go check out the old podcast episode if you haven't done it yet.
Heck yeah. Real quick, can't miss it out. On the way out, we got one super chat from Johnny. I will keep saying it. Disney, can you spend money on a lightsaber show or battle, please? To hit the horn again. Dude, Johnny, I've been on that battle for a long time, man. And if they just do it one time out of the year, do it on May 4th. Like if they don't want to spend money on people and action scenes for a lightsaber battle on May 4th. If there was ever a day to do it, it's May 4th. It would be cool and awesome. And just give us the same thing they gave the media, which was Rey and Chewie against Kylo and Stormtroopers. It was so awesome. I don't mind. I don't mind Rey battling Kylo. It would be awesome. It'd be freaking awesome. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much. It seems like it's going to be a jam-packed week with freaking halfway to Halloween stuff tomorrow. Tuesday, we're going to get shareholder meeting, Disneyland Forward approval thing happening. My gosh, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good one. All right, everybody. Smash that like button on the way out, and thank you for supporting the fire. We are firing it down. The Cali Boy and Just As Danny are calling it a day. I'm the main host, Mondo. Ah!